What is going on here?
I can explain.
I think we all know what happened.
It was one of those heavy, motionless Sunday nights, the kind that makes the weight of the past week settle deep in your bones, when even the lies you tell yourself no longer bring comfort. A single careless sentence was all it took to unravel everything I had built with the man I once believed would be my forever. I never meant for him to hear it. I didn't even realize he was near. Yet those words, spoken without anger or intention, shattered the life we had spent years constructing. Sarah, my closest friend, had stopped by for a simple glass of wine. We sat together in the living room, wrapped in the hush of evening, the dim light of a lamp softening the silence. Nathan, my husband, was supposed to be upstairs sorting through the storage closet. Or so I thought. What began as light conversation with Sarah slowly turned into something else. A release. A confession. The weight I had been carrying for months finally poured out. The arguments, the silence, the fatigue, it all spilled over. "I don't know anymore, Sarah," I whispered, pressing my palms to my temples. Some days I honestly wish I hadn't married him. The moment those words slipped out, a coldness gripped my chest. Sarah's eyes went wide with shock. "You don't mean that," she said quickly. But I wasn't sure. Maybe a part of me did. The part buried under exhaustion, where love had withered into duty and duty had soured into resentment. And yet, another part of me still held on. Whether to love itself or just the memory of what it used to be, I couldn't tell. What I didn't know was that Nathan had been standing on the staircase, close enough to hear every word. The next morning, the house felt wrong. The coffee pot sat untouched. His keys weren't in their usual place. His boots, always lying neatly by the door, were gone. At first, I assumed he had left unusually early. But dread crept in because Nathan never left without saying goodbye. Even after our worst fights, he would still kiss me before walking out. By noon, I tried calling him. No answer. I sent a text. Nothing. I opened my laptop, intending to email him at work. And that's when I saw it. One new message. Subject line, goodbye. The email read, "I heard what you said last night. I wasn't meant to, but I did. You didn't speak in anger. You spoke your truth. And that truth broke me. I gave everything I had to us. I thought you were just tired. I never realized you carried this much regret. Please don't try to find me. The divorce papers are already underway. This isn't out of hate. I just can't keep living as someone's mistake. Nathan." I couldn't breathe. I read his words again and again. No accusations. No pleading. No chance at redemption. Just an ending, quiet, final, absolute. I rushed to his office, desperate, only to find he had already resigned that morning. His desk was cleared. His phone disconnected. His social media erased. Friends had no answers. Even his brother said Nathan wanted space and did not wish to be contacted. It was as though he had vanished from the world. Days later, the divorce papers came in a neat envelope. His signature was already there. Everything filed, finalized. My role reduced to a formality. Check this box, sign here. Done. I braced for anger. For denial. Instead, all I felt was a crushing, relentless guilt. Memories came flooding back. The early years, the way he looked at me like I was his entire world. The patience he showed when I pulled away, the quiet strength he offered when I faltered. I thought about our last dinner together. He looked worn down, yes, but he was still trying. He hadn't given up. I had. Sleep wouldn't come. Night after night, I replayed that moment with Sarah. Why did I say it? Did I truly mean it? Or had I let fear and frustration fester, instead of speaking honestly to him? Months passed. I even hired a private investigator. But the trail was cold. No forwarding address. No bank activity. No sign at all. Nathan hadn't just left me. He had erased himself completely. And in time, I understood why. Hearing those words when he thought he was unseen wasn't just painful. It was revealing. It confirmed what I had never admitted out loud, that I had stopped choosing him. And so he made a choice I never gave him, peace. Now, sometimes I wonder where he is. Is he happy? Did he find someone who sees him as a gift, not a burden? Because now I know he was mine. He had always been mine. But I realized it far too late. He disappeared, not in anger, but to protect the dignity he still had. And I remain here, haunted by the echo of words I can never take back.